Hello, my loves. Welcome into this reading for those who have this full moon in Leo at 16 degrees 41 minutes in their first house. So, we're going to be talking about the first house energies, where in our lives the first house energies are inviting us to focus, and then we'll get into the reading. So, if you want to just scroll ahead to the reading, if you're watching the replay, you can do that now. So the first house is ruled by the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, so Mars is also the ruler of the first house. So we're talking about first house energies. We're also talking about an area of our life that deals within the themes of Aries as an archetype, which again is the first sign of the zodiac. This is the house of self. So this is where we start to express ourselves. As Aries starts the story of the zodiac, we are essentially looking at who we are, why we're here, what it is that makes us unique and individual and gives us that ram-like quality of like, yes, I'm here and I'm ready to start something. I'm ready to start my life. So that's the theme of the first house. It's the house of yourself. It deals with your consciousness. It deals with what you focus on. It deals with the ego, which is the conscious thinking mind. It deals with your identity, and it deals with your appearance, how you show up to other people. So the first house energy and vibration is this beautiful place where we get to look at the themes that are most closely associated with who we are. So in the context of this celebration of this full moon in Leo, where we're looking at what can we celebrate? What can we be confident about? What are we confident with in the realm of ourselves? What are we confident about ourselves? What are we celebrating about ourselves within this realm? So that's the invitation that this full moon is inviting you into, really asking you to focus on what within the realm of who you are, the realm of yourself, is worth celebrating. And particularly, where are you most confident? Because this fixed fire, this unchanging spirit of the lioness and lion, is strong and confident and sure of itself. It doesn't mean cocky. It doesn't mean overly confident. It just means sure. And this is what we're being invited to celebrate. Full moons always invite us to celebrate the themes of the sign that they're in. So let's celebrate something you can be confident about: your identity, about your appearance, about your consciousness, the way that you think, about what you've been focused on for the last 6 months since the moon was new in Aries. Pick something before we go into the reading so that you can know what it is that the Starseed Oracle is really inviting you into look at and into supporting you through. Like, it's going to give you a little bit of guidance on how to support you through being confident this lunar phase in whatever it is that you choose in this area of your life. Okay, let's get on to the reading. So if you haven't already, close your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, called in your spiritual support team, and opened your heart to hear the guidance that's most aligned for you at this time. I invite you to do that now, as I am looking for what is the Starseed Oracle card that wants to come in and help support you in being confident this lunar phase. That's not it. There it is. Ooh, I love this. Okay. This is the card Cracked Open. The themes of this card are, once I get to it, rock bottom and surrendering to the alchemy of life. So I'm just going to read you on what the card says here. It says, don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home, into your body, at the center front of your life. It is through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It is when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It is through the crumbling that we allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It is the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. As always with my readings, there's the invitation to pause and journal and reflect on the wisdom and advice that came through, especially how it resonated with you and what you're thinking in relationship to this card before you listen to my interpretation. This is a heavy one. This is a beautiful card. This card came to me in one of my first readings with this deck. It may have been the first reading, and it cracked me open to read this card. So it's interesting that we picked the thing that we were celebrating and being confident in before this card, because to me it almost feels like the card itself is saying be confident in the brokenness of you, in the openness of you, in the being pulled and pressured and squeezed in order to get the most vibrancy, the most potency, the most, I'm like, je ne sais quoi is the word coming to my head. Get the most je ne sais quoi out of you. It's this beautiful celebration and confidence, and maybe what the guidance also here is, and you'll have to let me know how this plays out. Maybe this thing that you picked to be confident about, maybe as you explore this theme in your life, this lunar phase, this lunar month, you're going to be cracked open when it comes to this area of your life. Like, let's say, for example, you were confident in being the funny one, being the jokester. Like, I'm confident in my humor, right? Like, that's my identity. I identify with my humor. And let's say, like, your humor is like cracking you open this month or something like that, right? Like, there's you whatever you chose to be confident in, life may, this Leo energy may be challenging it in a way that deepens the gift of it. And this is very interesting and unique here. And I'm just sitting here a little bit longer with this card to see if there's anything else that really wants to come through here. As always, there's the invitation to let me know how this is resonating with you. Let me know what it is that this is evoking and invoking within you, and how this relates to the thing that you chose to celebrate, to be confident about when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your identity, consciousness, focus. And maybe it is that you've allowed yourself to be cracked open. And maybe it is this invitation to look at yourself through the eyes of deep appreciation and love and see the ways that you've surrendered to this being cracked open, and to allow yourself to celebrate the unique person that allowed that and that is transforming because of that cracked open energy. Does this make sense? Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have trouble relating this to the area of your life and the celebration energy that you chose. And let me know how this plays out for you. So much love for you, my beautiful first house full mooners. As always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.